we are, playing Your Dry Delight, which is, from what I can tell, a dating sim? It's free on Steam. I kind of saw it one day and I just added it to my library, and it's always been around there, but I've never tried it. On the store page of Steam, it says, set in 1920s Prohibition-era America. This romantic comedy follows Detective Richter. I never know how to pronounce his name. Richter and his adventures as he attempts to unravel Cleveland's liquor industry. It's got very positive reviews. It was released in August 17, 2018 by Argent Games. Here we are, Your Dry Delight. Let's start. Oh, just getting right into it. Oh man, I'm not used to. I read a lot. Well, actually, I was gonna say I read a lot for Divinity, but no, I didn't because there was a narrator, so now I should have to read a lot. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Ah, what a lovely night. What do you say we go get a drink? Boss, that's the fifth time you've used that joke today. Well, it's your fault for making such a hilarious face every time. You're getting flirting right off the bat. Richter. I'm pronouncing this right, right? If I'm not pronouncing this right, that's going to be embarrassing. I'm assuming it's Richter. Look at this. You get a pretty anime boy right away. My name is August Richter, and I'm a detective. Unfortunately, my parents thought a nice classic name, like James or John, just wouldn't be good enough for me. Everyone thought it'd be downright hilarious to call me July during my training, so I decided going by Richter would suit me just fine. Leslie? Richter, I'm hungry. Didn't we just have dinner an hour ago, boss? But my appetite for good food is never sated, just like my appetite for justice. What the fuck? What do you say? Should we go get some cannoli? A fellow in Little Italy makes really fantastic... Why is this underlined? Oh, glossary! Little Italy. Little Italies are similar to Chinatowns. They hold large immigrant populations, preserve their culture, forming a little pocket in a city that resembles another country. Little Italy in Cleveland was established in the late 1800s. Today, it is a popular historical district and home to a number of fine Italian restaurants and shops. Okay. That's nice. Do I just... Okay. Boss. This is no time for cannoli. We've got a job to do. Oh, Richter, always such a stick in the mud. I could make a lot of comments already. This fellow right here is my senior partner, Leslie Clark. Need to enunciate! He wears his hair long and has what you might call a girlish face. So he's seen more of his... Wait, what? So he's seen more of his fair share of teasing, too. I wouldn't say that hair's really that long, but okay. But somehow, absolutely nothing seems to faze him. Case in point, he's worried about cannoli when we're supposed to be tracking down criminals. A true inspiration to us all. His hair is just as long. Who's he to judge? Leslie. Alright, let's get down to business. Run through the plan one last time, step by step. You're still new to solo assignments, so I want to make sure you've got all the details down pat. Or if you've just forgotten them because you fell asleep during our last meeting. How's that? What is this? This phrase is the older equivalent of come again, or what do you mean? What? That's interesting. So this game's gonna teach me about old lingo? Don't worry about it. I clear my throat, strain my posture, and mentally pull up tonight's agenda. You and I are splitting up to gather information on Cleveland's illegal liquor business and enforce Volstead. Cleveland, Ohio. By 1920, Cleveland, Ohio was the fifth largest city in America. During Prohibition, speakeasies sprang up nearly everywhere in Cleveland, and the Volstead Act was very poorly enforced. It was home to several infamous mobsters, both Italian and Jewish, such as Shondor, Burns, and Mo Dalitz. Cannot pronounce some of these things. The famous agent, Elliot Ness, renowned for bringing down Al Capone with his team of agents, the Untouchables, worked in Cleveland for a time, and is buried there in Lakeview Cemetery. Ah, interesting. Volstead Act, or occasionally just Volstead. Volstead? This is the informal name of the National Prohibition Act. This act enforced the 18th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, which made the sale and production of alcohol illegal to the United States. Illegal, I think it's missing a word. Illegal in the United States. The Volstead Act became law on October 28, 1919. Prohibition was a cause of a major rise in organized crime in America. As time went on, more and more people began to ignore the act, law enforcement included. Finally, on December 5th, 1933, the 18th Amendment was repealed, and America was free to drink once more. Yeah, it was a pretty stupid act that passed, like, in history. Like, no one's gonna follow. You just tell everyone that you can't drink alcohol. It's like, nope, everyone's gonna ignore it. Okay, anyways, back to the story. I'm heading to Oh, is it called Speakeasy or Speakeasy? I forgot how it was pronounced. Speakeasy on Ness Avenue. And you're meeting with an FBI contact to scope out some warehouses. ... Leslie nods with his eyes closed, swiveling a little in his chair. Damn it, he better not be dozing off again. For tonight, my cover is Jack Vaughn, and I work for the city government. Oh, interesting. He's going undercover. Yes, so you can say your job is helping civilians, and it'll be technically true, because you're terrible at lying. Why'd you get into this line of work again? I heard the agency needed detectives who didn't spend their payroll hours hunting for food. Richter, how cruel. With a theatrical gasp, Leslie spins rapidly around in his office chair, like my dry remarks just sent him into orbit. How comical. Sometimes I wonder about what bizarre twist of fate landed us together. Careful remarks aside, it sounds like you're all prepared. We'll meet back here tomorrow morning to trade reports, drink coffee, eat donuts. Is it my imagination, or is he drooling a little? He's drooling over you. And decide our next plan of action, of course. Understood? Loud and clear, boss. I give him a lazy salute before turning towards the door, smoothing out my vest. Richter. Please be careful. Oh, he cares. Watch yourself, stay alert, and don't do anything I wouldn't do. Like what? Skipping out on the job to get cannoli? I'm serious, Richter. You're my partner. I don't want you to be turned into Swiss cheese with a Tommy gun or something. Every time I say Tommy gun now, I'm just reminded of the scene from JoJo Part 2. Tommy gun, or Thompson machine gun, was a popular weapon used by both law enforcement agents and criminals during the Prohibition era. Okay. Interesting. Nice little tidbits. He would use a food metaphor. Oh my god, it's my soul animal, or spirit animal. Just promise me you'll be careful, alright? I worry about you whenever you're off solo. Oh, hey, we get choices! Oh, I forget this is like a thing in the game. I don't know. Yeah, don't worry. I feel like a kid trying to get permission to leave home. He does know I've done other undercover missions, right? No need to worry about me, boss. This may come as a surprise, but I can tie my own shoes, too. Oh, so you've been letting me tie them so I wouldn't get my feelings hurt? Richter, I'm touched. I like this banter. He flashes me a playful grin, although it doesn't do much mask the concern still in his voice. I know him well enough by now to see through his masks, for better or worse. Unless there's anything else important, boss, I'm going to head out. Alright. Leslie pushes himself up from his chair, stepping over to get the door for me. I expect great things from your report tomorrow. With any luck, we'll be well on our way to making Cleveland a boring old town, drier than a Sahara desert. Doesn't sound quite so encouraging when I put it that way, does it? Can't argue there. God bless America, land of the liquor free. See you in the morning, boss. Give him hell, detective. He reaches out to ruffle my hair fondly, as he often does. Like a puppy! I stopped brushing it down a while ago. Leslie always likes to mess it up first thing anyway. We trade wry smiles, and with that, I head out into the cool night air. Next stop. Richter's first speakeasy. I need to Google this. How do I pronounce speakeasy? Oh wait, credits! Argent Games presents! Your Dry Delight. Aha! August Richter, soft-boiled detective. Leslie Clark, scatterbrained boss. Meyer Eastman? Definitely not a gangster. Oh, I see kisses in the background. Nice, we got our official intro. Doorman, password. A gruff voice whispers to me through a slot in the door. Oh, I did not do that in a gruff voice. The basement of this dingy restaurant echoes with the muffled sounds of swing music, like it's haunted by some ghostly jazz band. Swordfish. There's a long pause. My informant definitely said the password was swordfish. This isn't a setup, is it? Oh, jeez. Probably is if he's thinking that. If it is, heads will roll by the end of tonight, assuming mine's still. The door swings open before I can finish that thought. Welcome, sir. Please enjoy your night. Thanks, I'm sure I will. I step past the tall, dour doorman and into the loudest place I've ever seen or heard. Smoke everywhere, deafening music, giant gaggle of dancers, loitering hopheads. What's hophead? A term used to refer to a drug addict, usually opium. The hop in the word originated from slang for opium. Oh, I didn't know that. Flappers posing in their risque skirts, drunk saps trying to impress them. It's the ladies, right? Flappers are a famous symbol of the Roaring Twenties, in a time when women were traditionally expected to wear long dresses and be morally conservative. The flapper, a woman with bobbed hair, a short skirt, and a bold attitude, was a backlash against this formal society. A sap is an idiot or a foolish person. Well, I kind of figured as much. It is a shortened version of sapskull, an insult that takes its name from sapwood. Softwood. Oh. Okay, well I didn't know the origin of that word. All this laughter and cheer makes you wonder what's so criminal about it all. I also really like this aesthetic in general. The music and the style and everything. But I guess it's not my job to ask those kinds of questions. After I wander around a little, weaving through the hutch holding crowd, I end up loitering by the bar. Hutch? Commonly used word for alcohol. Oh, specifically referring to bootleg liquor. The bartender's staring at me. I raise a brow at him, offering a silent defense. What, isn't it normal to come to a speakeasy and not order any liquor? No? His face is definitely saying no. Alright, I like to order one of the special. The special comes out of Ed's bathtub, mister. Bathtub gin? During Prohibition, many people bottled their own liquor at home. They often used their bathtubs in order to water down homemade fermented alcohol. Sinks were usually too small to fit bottles. The resulting bathtub gin was usually disgusting. Bartenders in speakeasies often masked the taste by making cocktails, which became particularly trendy in the 20s as a result. Oh. It's kind of like it's basically like jungle juice in college. His face. Wahahaha. The bartender bells out a laugh when I freeze in horror. Oh boy, don't worry, adds to the taste. I sure bet it does. Still laughing, he uncorks a bottle. Oh, it's like ASMR, what the hell? Still laughing, he uncorks a bottle and pours me a glass of clear liquid, stuffing a lime slice onto the rim. It's like putting a fancy bow on a pile of horse crap, but I guess I should appreciate the effort. I lift the glass, taking a cautious sip. I'm guessing it's really bad. Spit or swallow, guys. Okay, I mean, logically, we're someone undercover, right? I mean, it's just good manners to swallow, I suppose. That better not have been drugged. Oh, fuck. Jesus, that's bad. What does Ed do in his bathtub? Actually, I don't want to answer that. I don't want the answer to that. As I hold my glass of God knows what and lean back against the bar, my gaze wanders around the crowded parlor. I wonder how many of these decisions really affect events in the game. The informant said this place is a key part of Cleveland's liquor business. Apparently it's owned by mobster types. Now that I think about it, those guys over there look a little rough around the edges. They're not drinking or dancing, just watching the patrons. I casually scoot down the bar, getting close enough to overhear the conversation. It's so loud in here that I can't make out what they're saying, but I manage to catch a few words. Damn Italians, our turf. Racist. Them and the cops. He's trying to listen. It's like Assassin's Creed. Did I hear that right? They aren't part of the Italian mob? The Italian mob gained a foothold in Cleveland during Prohibition. It began with the Leonardo and Porello brothers during the early 1900s, and Cleveland's first major mob boss was Joseph Leonardo. Leonardo? The families made the majority of their money through supplying corn sugar, a crucial component for making alcohol, to bootleggers. Later in the 1930s, a large consolidated group known as the Mayfield Road Mob formed in Cleveland, with the powerful Frank Milano at its head. Some of these names are familiar, but I don't know my history that well. I wonder who owns this place then. It must be a different gang. Some kind of deal. That'll work? Risky. These random fragmented words. I strain my ears as much as I can, sensing the conversation's about to get even more interesting. Just one or two hints, maybe. Just one or two hints, maybe a name. Come on. Only one drink for you tonight, my friend? Exclamation point. A low, eloquent voice murmurs right in my ear. Oh, Jesus. I don't like the way this guy is posed. He looks like way too smug. The culprit smirks at me when I whip my head around in surprise, offering a little wiggle of his fingers in greeting. What kind of greeting is that? Tall, suited, and well-groomed, he has an unusually refined look to him. Is he offering to buy me a drink? I don't know where this is going. Can I save? Yeah, I can save right there. I mean, yeah, sure, if the current one tastes like crap. I can manage another drink, but not another one of whatever this is. I jerk my chin towards mild rat poison in my glass. Mild rat poison, nice. You don't like it, really? I've been told that's one of the best drinks here. One or two more, and I promise it'll start growing on you. No, really, I like my tongue too much to put it through one. I like my tongue too much to put it through more of Satan's mouthwash. My dry comment makes the stranger chuckle, and he flashes me a wink. Oh, so that's the problem. Well, never fear. I'll take good care of that tongue of yours. Oh, Jesus. What's that supposed to be? Bartender. A fresh drink for the delicate-tongued gentleman. And the usual for myself. He waves at the man behind the counter, who quickly nods. Oh, great. I can't actually get drunk, damn it. It's like this guy's here just to ruin my investigation. I mean, you can't drink more than one drink. We'll get you fixed up with something that'll tickle your fancy, mister. Oh jeez. I think this is a bad idea. Trailing off, the stranger raises one eyebrow at me expectantly. Jack. Jack Vaughn. Jack, Not the name I'd have picked for you, but I still like it. Really? What name would you have picked? Ask me again after you've had a few more drinks. Oh, Jesus. This flirting game is strong. As if on cue, the bartender passes a glass towards me. And gently slides a steaming cup towards my companion. Is that coffee? Thank you, Arthur. Anytime. He throws the man beside me a wily grin. I can't shake the feeling that I'm the butt of some inside joke, but maybe that's my detective's paranoia talking. Well, maybe you should listen to paranoia. You don't drink, huh? I wouldn't call myself a teetotaler, but I do like to stay sharp. I'm pretty sure I know what this is. A teetotaler is someone who completely abstains from alcohol. The etymology of this word is fuzzy and anecdotal, but may stem from a reduplication of the T for total abstinence. Teetotaler. That is a strange way of making a word. But I suppose all words are made up. Right. Well, drinking partner, since you've twisted me into this, who exactly am I toasting with again? My name is Meyer, and I'll endeavor to make sure you won't forget it. Meyer? How the hell am I supposed to read this guy? It's pretty obvious with the flirting and all. If I didn't know better, I'd almost think he was trying to, what, get in your pants? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. The chime? What? The chime? The chime? Right, sorry, I'm mispronouncing some of these words. Is a toast that translates literally to life in Hebrew. Ah, interesting. Exclaiming some sort of toast, he clinks his cup against my glass. The chime. The chime. I mimic Meyer's pronunciation, and when he happily nods in approval, we'll sip our drinks. Yeah, I wish I could pronounce it. Oh god, is it more? It's drugged, isn't it? Heart. Not as bad as Ed Deluxe, but still feels like I swallowed a gasoline cocktail. Okay, why are we... Why is this a close-up? Why the puckered face, Jack? Not smooth enough for that tongue of yours? Meyer leans in closer, propping his elbow on the counter and gazing at my face. Well, if he's hell-bent on being all friendly, maybe I can pull some information out of him. I bet he knows something. He's got that kind of smug air. Yeah, you know what? He probably owns the place. Yes, woe is me and my delicate tongue. Really, where do they get this stuff? Is it all home-brewed? Surely there's a big cellar. Of course. Why, the biggest cellar in town, no less. So he does know. Now I just have to. But more importantly, why don't you tell me a little more about yourself? Or a lot more. I promise you I won't mind. Alright, play it cool, Richter. I can't rush this, or he'll catch on. Yeah, apparently our protagonist is a bad liar, so let's see how well this goes. I'm nobody special, really. I don't think nobody special would say that they're nobody special. Most people would try to brag about themselves, I think, but okay. I help keep civilians safe, serve the city, and all that. Oh wait, his cover is what is his cover again? Ah, fuck. Wasn't it that he works with City or something? Oh shit. I think I accidentally clicked something. Yeah, I think I hit like autoplay. Whoopsies. What did I miss? He says his smirk deepens for some reason. Just another average fella here to relax after a hard day at work. He's trying so hard to just be normal. Yeah, I'm average. I'm no one special. I'm so totally normal. God, what a freaking... He is bad at lying. Jesus. Hoping you take the edge off. Poor choice of words. How am I supposed to... How do I read this? Are you just gonna sit there and me all night, or what? Well, I don't mean to be rude, but I have a sneaking suspicion that you're lying. It's pretty damn obvious. Impossible. You can already tell? Bitch, I can tell! Was Leslie right? Am I really that bad at this? Why don't you be honest with me, Jack? Be honest with you? I'm not. Marlene's even more. Weird. Marlene's even more, this time snaking an arm around my shoulders and pulling me in close. I swallow, trying to keep a hold of myself as his lips brush against my ear. He can't know. There's no way he knows. You're really a Simcha, aren't you? Simcha? What the heck was that? Simcha? Confused, I steal a side glance at Meyer. His eyes glimmer back at me mischievously. What was that record scratch? A pimp, of course. What? Oh, you can't fool me with that act, Jack. I saw you looking around earlier for any attractive girls. Subtle as a train wreck. Lord have mercy. If I have to pretend to be a pimp, I think I'll just run out the door instead. Ha ha ha. A little laugh spills out of Meyer before he can bite it back. Care to tell me what's so funny? Just teasing. Forgive me, I didn't mean any offense. Nor did I think you nearly faint on the spot, but I was quite ready to catch you. Oh my god. This flirting is a little bit too much. Man, he's persistent. Alright, you got me. I was just, horrified that my good name might be ruined. Shook me up. Secretly, of course, I'm mostly only relieved that he didn't actually see through the lie. That was too close for comfort. Yeah, he probably does know, though. He probably knows. Oh, naturally. An upstanding civil servant like you is obliged to maintain a saintly reputation, right? Bartender, another round for the gentleman, if you please. Okay, alright. Three drinks, I guess, is starting to push it. And that was how I got pulled into a night of drinking with my new companion. It soon grows clear that Meyer isn't going to let anything important slip. He manages to dodge all my questions, like a pro boxer ducking punches. But I'm too invested to turn back. The fact that he can dodge your questions so well probably means that he's used to being asked questions, which means he is suspicious. I know he knows something. I know he knows something, but we're just dancing around the subject. Well, then again, I think the game does let you know in the beginning that he's a mobster, right? Wasn't that in the beginning? On the opening? And as much as I hate to admit it, it's fun talking to him. So much so that I nearly forget what I came here to do. The way he gives me all of his attention is, well, flattering in a way. Oh, damn. Who dis? While we banter back and forth, I noticed the sketchy-looking men from earlier throwing glances towards us. Are they looking at me? At Meyer? Just trying to get the bartender's attention? I can't tell, but I've got a feeling we're being watched. If you don't mind, Jack, I have a question for you. An elbow nudges against my side, interrupting my thoughts. A question? Sure, I'm all ears. I turn my head back towards Meyer, only to see him already pressed close to my side. Our cheeks are nearly brushing together. Oh, jeez. You wouldn't happen to be looking for underground work, would you? My heart skips a beat. He's finally bringing it up? You could say that, more or less. Well, in that case, how about we make a deal? I'll trade you a little business information in exchange for something on your end. I don't like where this is going. He whispers conspiratorially to me, lips curled upward in a sly, daring smirk. Something, huh? What kind of something are we talking about here? Oh, I'm so glad you asked. His breath lightly tickles my cheek. For a second, my focus gets a little hazy. All I can see are those sparkling green eyes. Oh, jeez. My mind races through all the things he might want from me. Things I normally never think of until... Bring me a cassata cake. What is this? Cassata? Is a traditional cake from Sicily, Italy. Cannot read. It consists of sponge cake, ricotta cheese, and candied fruit, with various types of icing. However, a different type of cassata gained popularity in Cleveland, Ohio in the early 1920s. The La Puma's Bumoni and bakery began making a version filled with strawberries and custard, and covered with whipped cream, at the behest of the owner's children, who didn't like the original cassata. This variation became known as the Cleveland cassata cake, which is still made in Cleveland today. This is making me want to go to Cleveland. Like, kind of curious what it would be like now. A cassata cake, the type from Frank's Bakery on the east side. Almost certainly not kosher, but I won't tell if you don't. I've heard they changed the recipe to something simply amazing, but let's just say I'm not very welcome in that neighborhood. Not exactly the offer I was expecting. A cake, right. I always expected to... No, okay, never mind. I'll keep my thoughts to myself for now. I'll think about it, no promises. Playing coy, are we? Very well, I see how it is. He exhales a small laugh that brushes my skin again, sending a little tingle down the nape of my neck. Please, think it over carefully. And if you decide to accept my offer, come back here tomorrow night. How does that sound, Jack? I hesitantly nod. Can this wise guy really be part of some criminal outfit, trading information for cakes? Perfect. It will be plenty worth your while, so keep that in mind. When he finally pulls back, I subconsciously exhale the breath I didn't know I'd been holding. No matter how I look at it, he's acting sweet on me. Sweet on? To be sweet on someone is to have a crush on, or strong affection for them. Basically hitting on you? Of course, it's not like anyone would notice, crowded as this place is. Do you happen to have a favorite kind of drink? He casually throws another question out, catching me off guard. I want to have it ready for you tomorrow night. Are you gonna drug it? That's awful nice of you. Well, my favorite drink, I guess that'd be... Oh, I get the pick? Oh, shit. I haven't really drank that much stuff. What should I go with? I mean, clearly, the option of sweet is more innocent, I guess, or childlike, I think is the intention. I'm gonna go with whiskey. Whiskey, of course. Do I look like a guy who drink anything else? You didn't seem to have much trouble with the other drinks you've enjoyed tonight. That's because you were distracting me. Really? Am I that captivating? You're practically holding me captive from the start, so... yes? Holding as in, like, literally? He lets out a low chuckle, shaking his head. There's something charming about his laugh. Maybe the way it comes from deep in his chest. Gentle but resonant. Whiskey it is, then, and only the best kind, as a mensch deserves. Can't pronounce these words. It's a Yiddish term that literally means man, but can be used to refer to a woman as well. It is a compliment used to describe someone who is honorable and compassionate. Some of these words I've definitely seen before, I just never knew how to pronounce them, or I never really saw them out of context of, like, books and stuff. I'll make sure to take excellent care of both you and your refined palate. You're acting like I've already made up my... You're leaving? Meyer sips the last of his coffee and pushes it away, smoothing his hair back with one hand. I'm afraid so, Jack. I've got some business to attend to, but I do hope I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, and tonight's drinks are my treat, as a small token of thanks for your delightful company. With a last knowing wink, Meyer steps away from the counter and slips into the crowd, mingling with the drunken sea. He left so suddenly. I wonder what business he's attending to. Well, never mind. I guess that concludes tonight's investigation. What a ride. There's a lot of sexual tension there. I leave the speakeasy, unsure whether Meyer pulled one over me, or if I actually pulled one over on him. Of course, naturally, as a protagonist is always clueless and getting tricked and getting into stupid situations. He's sure something, that Meyer. No one's ever swept me into their pace so fast before. I can almost still feel the warmth of his breath on my skin. Oh, someone's smitten. Just a drink talking. Just the drink. And with that poor attempt to reassure myself, I stuff my hands in my pockets and begin the sobering walk home. I think based on my choices, I kind of already picked Meyer over Leslie. Okay. Well, I think there's only two options, so I might explore both of them anyways.